Hey there. I am going to read for Virgo. Virgo's sun, moon, and ascendant for the month of May 2026. If you don't already know, Virgo, you are the bear. And also you are of the turtle clan. So what does that mean? What does that really mean? Well, we know the bear is a sauntering old fool and just sort of taking his time, doing what he needs to do. Most of the time, the bear is not normally aggressive unless it feels threatened. And otherwise, they're not really truly fighters. If they're super hungry, you could get in their way, that's for sure. So remember that hangry energy? Yeah, that's possible with the Virgo. Yeah, but normally I'm going to say they're usually easygoing. They're quite thoughtful. They're very intelligent. If you've ever seen a bear try to figure out how to find its next food, like we've had a bear sauntering around our property over the last week, and it has brought a lot of awareness to me about them. Very determined, very assertive, very direct. But you know where they stand. And when we look at the turtle clan, we see that as a slow and deliberate creature, takes his time, thinks things through, sits on things, sleeps on things, that type of a thing. Especially when we know the bear to be a sleepy, hibernating being. I think that sometimes we look at the turtle and the bear energy there, we can see this sort of taking their time and figuring things out. So this has a lot to do with the type of personality long term, right? And I would say also their homes are simple and minimizing for the most part. The bear is always collecting things, and bears can get into the garbage, and that tells you a lot about their adaptability. So keep that in mind. So not all turtles are going to be simple. Not all turtles are going to minimize, especially when they're considered the bear, because the turtle is associated to the earth signs, which is Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. Okay, so now we're going to read for Virgo for the month of May. And if you have a sun, moon, and ascendant, you want to listen up for this, okay? So as far as your finances this month, I'm going to say they're a little bit where you don't want them. Definitely there's going to be some issues with that, trying to figure out where your next buck is coming from. You have a lot of skills and very resourceful individual, so I really have a lot of confidence in you if you want the truth of the matter. I'm not worried that you won't figure it out, but you may have a month or two where you don't have the funds you need. So keep that in mind. Also, Virgo, you may be going through a little bit of maybe a reshuffling of your life, or reorganizing, and new friends, or not seeing your old friends as much as possible. There could be someone in your circle that's depressed or sad, and it could even be you. Yeah, you have to get through that. You have to get over that. I think some new opportunities are going to present themselves, and there may be more than one opportunity, as a matter of fact. You have the Seven of Cups, which does speak of a lot of creativity and a lot of resourcefulness. And one thing's for sure is this conflict resolution is part of your personality. So if someone else is going through a difficult time, I think you're going to be very helpful in coming up with some resolutions to circumstances. You may not have the support or help that you need, that you feel you need. Maybe that's a calling for you to get more involved, take time out, reprioritize people, friends, and things. It might be a circumstance that happens within your family that has got you a little worried or concerned. Maybe someone in your family is sad, depressed, or worried. As your love affair goes, I think there's lots of truth. If you're in a love affair, I think the relationship has come to a place where you both speak of truth and are honest about things. Although that doesn't mean that you don't hide some things or keep some things from other people. You don't want them to worry or concern themselves. So you may not always be told something just because you are a bit of a concerning factor and worrywart. There may be someone from the past that has a lot of problems or sadnesses or depression. That's what I am seeing, that's going to be more of a circumstance that you'll get involved in, but that might cause some problems in your relationship if you're in one. If you're not in a relationship, this might be an interesting month for you. I don't see you putting a whole lot of effort into it, but something may come surprisingly at you, and that looks fun. If you are interested in getting into a relationship, I do see you, pushing for that, especially if you're male. but I am being told to tell you to be mindful of your connection and how you connect with someone. I don't think that you really want to have someone that has maybe, let's say, some sort of crutch, like drinking or smoking too much pot or something like that. But you may end up with someone like that, and that might be a whole new journey you're going to have to deal with. Okay, so as far as May goes, I think you're going to be helping yourself and others deal with depressing information, and I see that being a really good thing in the long run. You've got the Three of Pentacles. It tells me you're going to be very helpful, and you're going to come through it in a really, really good way, okay? But there might be some sad situation that you hear about having to do with your family. Somebody isn't maybe well, or something's going on with them, and there might be a bit of a journey that they'll have to take to wellness. Okay, I hope that helps you.